Want to be a grizzled detective in the cyberpunk future? Now you can with the Chronicles of Crime 2400. The year 2400. Welcome back to Tabletop Misfits, another Under the Lid with Chronicles of Crime 2400. Now they're obviously referencing the year 2400, which of course by then our cell phones would be super tiny and everybody will have access to VR. I guess, I don't know, like who knows what's gonna happen. So there'll be COVID number 5,000 at that point, who knows. But we're not here to talk about that, we're going to look at what's under the lid in this awesome game. Now, if you haven't played Chronicles of Crime before, it is actually a really, really cool series where you have an app-based interface and you actually scan a lot of the cards and do things, and it kind of does a bit of the work for you, and you actually solve puzzles and solve the crime through what it gives you. That's basically the most basic way I can explain it, but needless to say, it's actually a really, really cool game. It's kind of a detective light because the app does a bit of the work for you, but it actually isn't at the same time because you're solving complex puzzles. It's definitely a game that has been popular for a long while now, and it's probably one of Lucky Duck's biggest games, I would say, biggest game series. And now they're going to the future with it. This is called the Millennium Series version, and it's the 2400. That's basically the whole title of it. We're going to take a look at what's under the lid now. There's probably not going to be a ton of stuff, but we're going to take a look at it anyway. If you haven't played a Chronicles of Crime game before, it's a lot of its cards and QR codes and things like that. We have the rulebook, of course, for 2400. It is the year 2400. You are Kalia Lavel. Well, that is a name. Kalia Lavel, and you've always wanted to fight crime like your famous ancestors, so you've joined the elite Bell Corps forces. Famous cop ancestors, I guess? They made you a highly trained cyber agent, but it didn't take you long to figure out that your bosses care much more about the profit than justice for ordinary people. That's pretty much today. You gave back your badge, and now you live in a tiny, obscure apartment in a bad neighborhood, stripped of most of your cybernetic implants. Man, they took your implants too. Doesn't matter though, as you can finally do what a Lavel is meant to do. I'm sorry, that is a poor choice of last names. As you can finally do what a Lavel is meant to do, solve crimes and help the ones who can't count on anyone else in this merciless world. I mean, I'm sorry, Lavel, too close to navel for my liking, but it is quite a funny. You have your board here. Next, it is going to be where you put down your cards as you go along. You put suspects and encounters here as you try to solve your crime. Pretty cool. They give you a little folded up board. Nothing too super fancy. It looks pretty decently laminated at least. Yeah, pretty decent lamination. I prefer like cardboard boards, but not too bad. And then we have another board here. It's got a nice cool, I guess, Miss Lavel herself. And it has, I'm actually not sure, it's probably your I think this is your cybernetic implants board. You probably can upgrade and get stuff as you go along to help solve your crimes. And then we have the actual contents itself here underneath that, which looks like going to be a lot of QR code cards. I'll pop open a couple of these, but this game uses a lot of QR codes to make, like, basically pull up stuff in the app, which is actually pretty ingenious if you think about it. It's a pretty clever way to do it because QR codes are pretty tiny and fit in the cards. They put them all in the corners and things like that. So you got your Raven here. I guess it's your Cyber Raven, because why not? Never, evermore. And then you have a bunch of suspects, cyber dudes, very angry people. Oh, very nice people too. I guess not everybody's mean. If we don't have pink glowy glasses in the future, I'm going to be very disappointed, by the way, because those should be a thing already. Robots, of course, very tattooed people. More robots. Yeah, the list goes on. Oh, that dude's cool looking. He's got like, yeah, a lot of problems. He made bad choices in life. Let's just put it that way. So we have a lot of different people here. It looks very cool. These are largely your suspects. And then it looks like you have cyber, I guess people you talk in the cybernet. Why don't we have a cybernet already? I don't know. Get on that. Get on that, corporations, okay? Just take over already and give us our cybernet. We already know you own everything, so it's fine. Just take over, right? Wouldn't you like a cybernet? Wouldn't that be super awesome?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, geez, yeah. It'd be like, what is it? What's that one movie? Ready Player One? Yeah, we can use something like that. Here looks like these are usually like clues and things like that. So you got food and jewelry, medicine and drugs, tools, toiletries and hygiene. Very, very sus, as the kids say these days, right? Signs and symbols, money, and then these look like cyber implant things. I'm not sure. I guess we're going to find out when we play it. And then we have a couple of other, yeah, these are cybernetic implants. I knew they were cybernetic implants. See, it looks like these go on the board so you can upgrade her. It looks like they fit right over the spot. So you give her like a camera implant in case you want a camera, although we have cameras smaller than that these days, so I don't know. don't know if they're going to be quite that big in the future. And then you have your location cards. Location, location, location. Where the real money from the movie is made. Last but not least, these are your location cards. It looks like you have your little cyber den over there. Wow, that's the future is very wobbly. Like some of these buildings are like, woo, but I dig them. They're kind of cool. We got a lot of plants and a dome. This is looks like a cyberverse, obviously. Then we have like giant cities of trash. It looks like, because why not? And then giant, super cool skyscrapers where all the rich people live. And yeah, it looks the art's really, really nice. The cards are, and everything's heavily laminated, so it's probably close to waterproof. But as you can see, that's pretty much all comes in the box. A lot of the game is done through the app. Art's fantastic though. I actually really can't wait to get my hands on this. I actually really like the Chronicles of Crime series. Very, very fun. And if you haven't played them, at least pick up one of them. They're not too expensive. It's just a good time. You can play it solo or with multiple people, and you spend a lot of time in the app, between the app, trying to solve these different crimes and do stuff. It's very, very, very cool. And I'm actually super excited because Cyberpunk, they should have went Cyberpunk ages ago. Well, thanks again, guys, for checking out another Under the Lid. This is, of course, Anthony with Tabletop Misfits. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you like the contents of this. We'll probably do a gameplay video on it later, of course. Until then, game on, guys.